Everyone, welcome to Meet You at the Top podcast with your hosts Magda Wolski and
Elphi Bolombo. Today we have Tommy Schoenith. He is not only a content... Sorry?
You got it.
Oh, I got it. We had to practice a few times, okay? Like I was saying, we have Tommy Schoenith here. He is not only a TikTok content creator, he's a trailblazer in this industry. He's killing it, and he has almost 1 million followers.
Thank you for having me on. This is exciting.
Yeah, we're super excited to get into this. I think social media has been such a huge thing. TikTok itself has exploded. So
yeah,
who better to have?
Everyone wants to be on the apps. Everyone wants to be a creator. So we want to kind of dig into your brain, kind of give some inspiring tips and tricks for our listeners and viewers as well. So how about we start you off? How did you start? When did you start?
Yeah, well, I went to Guelph University for just a year, and I didn't like it. But during the time, I like this. You don't really do much in first year, so my friends showed me TikTok, and they're like, I always like making jokes with them and stuff, but they're like, make a video. And then I made one, and then I got like 2,000 views and a couple comments, and I was like, oh shit, let's go in. And then I kept doing it, and then I eventually just kept doing it, and then the pandemic hit, and then obviously a lot of people took advantage of that. For sure. And as did I, and I just kept making content. And again, it was just for fun at first, and then I started to find kind of a passion for it, and then I was like, okay, let's kind of see what this is about, going with it. And then during that time, I decided to go to Humber College in Toronto, which is where I'm at now. And then...
What did you study?
Currently in marketing. But yeah, and then I would say like 2021 is when I started going, like, taking it seriously. Right. And then beginning of this year, like, I was just going hard. And it's just been, it's been a lot of fun. But,
yeah. So when you say you take it seriously, are you doing this full time then?
I mean, yeah, but... Take it seriously. I mean, like, all right, let's not like sit around. Oh, I got an idea. Let's make it. Let's think about how we can create something, build a brand or whatever. But kind of like that. But yeah, I guess I'm considered doing it full time right now. I mean, I don't know. Like, if I'm at school still and I got to do like a co-op this summer. Right. Yeah. Don't want to do that.
Is your heart in it?
Pardon?
Is your heart in it? Like, would you say your passion is more so in the comedy side of things versus your marketing?
Yeah. Oh, 100%. Yeah. I mean, I'm in marketing because, like, I mean, I was in economics at first. And I remember looking up, like, what does an economics degree get you? And it said, first thing was politician. I'm like, what am I doing, man? Like,
Tommy for president.
Yeah, no, I was like, dude, we're not doing that. But yeah, 100% the comedy is a lot better than the marketing. Like, that's where the passion is, and now that I'm doing it more, I'm doing more like serious acting and stuff, and I just found more passion just film and pretty much every aspect of like the entertainment side. Right. Which I mean, it excites me that like I can find new things. Like I'll get like excited over like a little shot when I'm doing a TikTok. Like, and I don't know, that just keeps the passion going.
Okay, sick. So what would you say is the hardest part of content creation?
I mean, there's like the consistency aspect, but that's pretty much just like getting up and disciplining yourself. But it honestly is just, I would honestly say like the keep the passion alive. Cause like, it's hard to like, I get sucked into this feedback loop, like comments and stuff. And it's hard to, you get like self-doubt sometimes, but I want to say it's the creative aspect. Like it's fun for me to just sit down and write and like think of stuff, but I think it's the drive to keep going is probably the hardest part. Because like, I mean, I'm thinking of like doing things that I don't know that they're possible yet, but like I believe in it, you know what I mean? And that's what you kind of gotta like grasp at, and that's probably the hardest thing is like probably like believing that you can do all this shit. But
yeah, and that's like probably key.
Yeah,
that's with anything though.
Right.
But I mean, with you guys too, like that's probably, I don't know what it is, but it's the most difficult thing for a lot of people. It's just, you know, believing in that you can do it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and I feel like a lot of outside influences also kind of have a lot to do with how much you believe in yourself. What about your parents? What do they think about your career choices?
Well, right now they love it. Yeah. Like every dinner conversation is like, I got an idea for you. And I'm like, and you know, we're right in the nose. Okay, I haven't my dad's actually thought of some good ones, but
Really?
but at first they didn't really like. I mean, I agree. I wouldn't like them if I first saw my TikToks, like when I was at like 1,000 followers.
Right.
It's disgusting.
But you got to start somewhere.
I know, dude. But I look back and I started with that. Like, how did I believe in myself? I was like, but yeah, I don't know. The first while, no one thought anything of it because like it's just like
He's
Vine.
having fun.
You're just doing it for fun.
Yeah.
But when I started taking it seriously, I'm not really sure. I remember them like when they genuinely started to get funny, they liked them and stuff. And now it's just like this past Christmas dinner, it was lively, like ideas every second. They're like, oh, it's a TikTok. I'm like, yeah. No.
Oh, I
So
love
they're
that.
supportive.
Yeah, they're extremely supportive of it.
Because I feel like people who want to do content creation, they stop themselves because their parents want them to go to school or like they're harping on them like this is not going to make you money.
Right.
Yeah. Well,
You know what I mean?
there's like, cause in what I want to do, it's more so just like the entertainment aspect. Like if I was just, I don't know, if I was doing content creation like the best restaurants in the city, they'd be like, okay, but I don't know, they genuinely see like a future with like film and like I don't know, my dad's side, they're really into entertainment and stuff. Like they own like a venue hall and they do like parties and stuff.
No way.
And so like they saw me doing this and they're like, oh shit, this is like let's get it going.
Jokes.
You know what
Yeah,
I mean? And now they're the first people to give me advice with everything. And
oh, that's amazing.
so it's like I don't realize how special it is, but like it's dope that they like everyone pretty much supports it.
100%. And I guess this kind of goes hand in hand. How does an idea turn into a joke? Like, do you sit there and just jot things down?
Yeah. So pretty much a lot of it does come from marijuana.
Yes.
But yeah, I first started making videos, like an idea would pop in my head and then I would just like write it and then I would further the joke and then yeah. I would further the joke and then keep writing. But the past like couple months I'll just like sit and just think. I don't know, you just kind of let your brain wander and I don't know, I would always be like, oh, this is stupid, but like there's been proof that like my ideas aren't that stupid right now, so I'll just keep going with writing and stuff. But I didn't know there was discipline for creativity, but there is.
Yeah.
Like I didn't know I could just. I thought I was always like, no, an idea just has to come to you, but like it really doesn't. Like I'll just be writing, and you'll just like write bullshit for a page. Like, oh, there's something. Oh.
Yeah, just go.
You know what I mean?
love that. I'm like that too. I literally send her texts in the middle of the night, like 2, 3 a.m. I'm like, oh, what about this? We could do that. We could do that.
Yeah, no,
Bro,
that's like when I
stop.
like wake up like 2 and I'm like, oh, it's such a good idea. I was like, fuck, I have to write it in my notes, don't I?
Yeah.
Because I'll just like
forget it.
Because I'll wake up like, oh, that was so good. What was it? And then I'll just be so pissed.
That's
but
the worst feeling.
yeah, you have to discipline yourself to even like wake up and just like write it in the notes and stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
Like I wrote something last night and I'm still trying to decipher what it meant. Like it just says like background. I'm like, what does this mean? But it was good. I know it. I'll figure it out.
So for people who are listening and watching, what would you say is like the top maybe 2 things that you learned from creating discipline in your content creation?
I think one thing is you got to get like every aspect, like you know the mind, body, whatever that.
Soul.
Yeah, mind, body, soul. Yeah, so like even simple things like going to the gym in the morning helps me discipline to write in the afternoon.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Amen.
And when you get that momentum, you feel real powerful and like, oh, I'm an adult, and then you get it going. But that's one thing. I think just getting everything in order will help you discipline for creating content. But in terms of creating content, I don't know, that you need a mix of like discipline and passion, because like if you're just doing it like straight discipline, I don't know, because like a lot of my creativity comes from like happiness and like
Right.
you know what I mean, and like
and weird.
yeah, like if I'm like in a good mood, like ideas will come like that. But if I'm like mopey and stuff, like I'm not even thinking of ideas and stuff.
Right.
But yeah, I don't know, I think it's just a mixture of the passion and the discipline, and yeah.
That's awesome.
And do you edit all of your own videos?
Yeah.
You do. How long does that take you? Or what's your, like, do you have like a week where you kind of create 5 videos? Like, what's your process like? How many, how
I'm pretty
often?
much just like, just day of. Like, I'll like write every night before I go to bed, and then I'll wake up, and then, and also I'll film during the day, and then I edit as I go. Cause I used to just like make like footage and then edit it later. But like, I don't know, when I'm editing as I go, it makes it more authentic, because like I'm trying to make like real like conversation,
Right.
and like
yeah.
I'll like, it'll be like midnight and I'll be like, oh, that doesn't make sense, like no one would actually react to that in a conversation. So I learned that editing as I go, it's like you're making like a genuine like conversation pretty much. But yeah, some videos like the longest I spent was maybe like 11 hours on like a video, or sometimes it like, and also since the editing is getting so like high, I just use it on like a phone app. Right. And it's just, I'm putting so much juice in there that like the other week it crashed and it was just gone.
What app are you using?
It's called Video Leap. Video Leap is big. But yeah, I don't know, like using Premiere, so it's just like I gotta put it on my computer and then I gotta like
it's not
click.
convenient.
Do you have to pay for Video Leap?
I think it's like $7, but
okay,
I mean,
nice.
It's worth it for me at least.
Yeah, I love your editing style. I think it's really cool. You portray these different people, but it's just you. But I feel like they are different people.
Yeah, so. I don't know. I always wanted to have like my own style, and like I'm finally starting to like find something.
100%.
And I don't know where that style comes from. I think it's like just like a mixture of like, because in high school I did nothing. I just consumed content, and I was just like, oh, I wish I started this in high school. It would have been like so much fun. But like I've learned a lot from just consuming movies and stuff.
Absolutely.
That like even Tarantino, like I watched Kill Bill, and I don't know if you guys seen Kill Bill before,
we have.
But it's like anime style,
right?
Like the way it like zooms in and has all these noises. And I remember I saw it and I was like, oh, I'm doing something like that. And then now a lot of my stuff has just like similar styles to that kind of stuff. But
right. So who inspires you in comedy? Do you have anyone that you look up to, or any?
Yeah, I first started. I watched. I remember I binged like Key and Peele. They're like however like 5 seasons or something.
I don't even know what that is.
They're like
massive.
They're like
really? What's her name?
Key and Peele. Jordan Peele. You seen Get Out? Get Out.
Yeah.
It's that guy. He's
okay,
like
cool.
Yeah. But,
hey
but yeah,
man, we're all diverse in different areas.
But yeah, he had they had a sketch show called Key and Peele, and I don't know. I always watched comedy, but I didn't really like. I forgot it was like a career choice. Like I just totally forgot about that. And I remember I binged these like 5 seasons in one night, and I was just like dying. And then after that, I was just like, oh, I want to do it. Like their shit's like funny.
Yeah,
like,
they are. They're good.
Like I don't know, and I think most of the inspiration, because even like I would think of a video idea, and I would think of like Jordan Peele doing it, and that's how I knew. I was like, okay, I'm really looking up to these guys. But they inspired more of a style, like. And how to like approach like structural comedy and stuff. But yeah, and then like stand-ups, like I remember Andrew Schultz kind of
love him.
Yeah, he got me into like, I just saw him on YouTube and I was like, oh, this stand-up shit's pretty dope too. But I pretty much got into like actually indulging in it like pandemic. So like, it's kind of recent.
Now, do you do stand-up as well, or?
Yeah, I did it a little bit last year. I'm just doing open mics right now because I want to get back into it. But now there's just like there's actually like demand. So I'm like, oh, because like someone's like, when you come to Denver, I'm like, Denver.
Book me.
Yeah.
Here's my email.
And then that's when I was like, that's when I was like, okay, I gotta get back out there.
Yeah.
But
get flown out. Sure.
It's a lot. It's a lot. Like I'm starting back at zero, so it's like I'm like, okay, I got some ways to work up right now.
Right. Speaking of numbers, so earlier in this interview you mentioned you have almost 1 million followers on TikTok. How long did it take you to grow that amount of following?
I started like end of 2019 just doing it for fun, and then beginning of pandemic I had maybe like 20K, and then that summer I just like stopped doing it. I was just like, I don't want to do this, I'll just do like marketing. And then my boys were like, nah, like keep doing it. And then by the end of like 2020 I got to like 100K, and then 2021 I just blew it off. Damn. No, I blew it off.
Oh, you blew it off?
Yeah, I didn't do anything. I remember I think I was at like 109K, like 109.8, and then the end of it I was like 109.4, and I was like, oh, that's just. But yeah, the whole summer I just stopped. I don't know why. There was no motivation. And then 2022, the beginning of last year, I got like one video that got like 300K, and that kind of like got me back into it. And then I was just like trying to post like every day, and then
Right. That's the secret sauce.
Yeah.
Post every day. Don't I know it?
Yeah, it is like that. Like, because I didn't see growth. Like, you don't get motivated when you don't see growth the first like week.
Right.
But I remember last November, I posted every day, and now like those videos are still getting views because like TikTok, that's how the algorithm works.
That's
like,
right.
It'll give. So if you're posting every day, you have a lot of like potential late bloomers or whatever.
Right.
But yeah, by the end of 2022, I got like 900K about.
Right. Well, you got to think how many people post all the time. If you want to remain competitive, you have to post consistently and often in order for people to start noticing you.
I mean, yeah, you're essentially like, you got to sell yourself to these people. Like, for comedians, it's a lot harder to like gain followers because like they'll find it funny, but like for them to actually follow you and stuff, like you got to really like. I remember like I get comments all the time like, fine, I'll follow you. Like after like the 6th video they'll see, they're like, okay, yeah,
that's right.
But yeah, I don't know, for that, for this field, it's really competitive. Like you really gotta like the one of the top comedian guys, his name's like Tony, I don't know his last name, but he's posting like 3 times a day.
The guy with the ducks?
The who?
The guy with the ducks?
Ducks? Oh no, it's not the ducks.
Okay, wrong one.
I don't know.
I'm not on TikTok like that, so I have no idea.
I don't know the duck guy, but he he's posting like 3 times a day, and like I'm trying to post like it's very competitive, like
right.
And I don't know, I'll just like when I don't feel like posting, I'll just think, I'm like, dude, somebody
else. If you don't, somebody else is doing it.
Yeah, someone's posting.
Absolutely.
So.
Do you think that the algorithm? Do you think it's hard to understand the algorithm, how it works, and do you think that that's an important part of being able to grow your following, understanding how it works?
Yeah, I don't really know totally what, like I know like the algorithm works, like it gives you a batch and then it tests a crowd, pushes it more, but it's more about like the engagement of your video. Like like I'll have a 2-minute video, but like every 10 seconds needs to be juicy. So like, because if there's a dead, like Mr. Beast talks about this, if there's like a point in time where it's just like silent or dead, like people are like, I'm out of here.
Yeah, I'm bored.
But
short attention
yeah,
span.
you gotta think. Like I remember I was watching my buddy scrolling TikTok, and he's just they're like, hey, like he's scrolling. I'm like, fuck, like you really gotta grasp their shit. Like, but yeah, that you gotta like you gotta more understand like the human behavior aspect. Like like I don't know. I do like structure it, like every 10 seconds it needs to be engaging and like something happens or something, and that's why I add a lot of twists and like music.
Facts, you do.
Because that's why I have so much shit in like editing, because like it just pops out at you, and it I don't know, but
keeps them engaged, right?
Yeah.
So what about monetization? Is it difficult to do so as a comedian?
So Canada doesn't get the creator fund for some reason. I still
Really?
don't. Yeah, I don't know why.
So you can't, as a Canadian content creator on TikTok, you can't make money off of it?
You can't make money off of TikTok's views, like, because they'll give like 2 cents per like say 2,000 views to like, but they only do it to like America for some reason. I don't really get it. But yeah, I do like brand deals and stuff with companies.
Brand deal, awesome.
Which is it's pretty good, honestly. And usually they do let me have like full creative like control,
Right.
so I can pretty much make whatever I want, add their sandwich in there, and it's done deal.
Amazing.
But yeah, the monetization is pretty good. It's just as long as you're not like I will never talk to the camera and sell something, because that's just disgusting. I don't like that.
Too salesy.
Yeah, see, even when when I posted my first ad, I was just like and then everyone's like, oh, this is funny. I'm like, okay, this is working. This is working. And I was scared to like, everyone's like, sell out, but like it's as long as you're like still making it entertaining,
right? And it fits your brand.
So if somebody is listening to this and watching this, how do they go about getting brand deals? Because that's something that even I want to know. Let's make some money.
A lot of it is you have to cold email a lot of companies. Like you got to look for, even if you're seeing ads, like say you see like a glasses company, an influencer posts an advertisement, like they're doing a campaign, so like reach out to them. Because a lot of these companies will do like a campaign for like a month, and they'll have a budget. And if you can scurry your way in there and be like, hey, they'll give you money to post something. But I mean, you obviously have to have some merit in terms of like followers or I guess actually good videos. But a lot of this shit's just asking. Like, you'd be surprised the amount of like response that you if you just ask people.
Yeah.
Like, cause I don't know, we're all human beings just trying to make it. You know.
Man, I always say closed mouths do not get fed.
No.
So basically,
They're closed.
So basically, you have to, as a content creator or anyone who's building their business, you have to be putting yourself out there and reaching out to these companies. They don't just come to you.
Yeah,
right?
I remember I saw James Cameron. He was just like, he was talking about, I guess, making your way up in the film industry, but he was pretty much saying like no one's gonna come to you, even if you do a bunch of work. No one's gonna come to you and like give you all the tools you need. Like, you gotta like tug on people's sleeves to eventually like, get up here, dog. Like, you know what I mean? But so that's pretty much the like, just ask, and eventually you'll get something.
Yeah, I'm a big believer in that. I always go for what I want.
Yeah.
Always find a way, you know?
That's good.
Where there's a will, there's a way. So what's one piece of advice that you can give future aspiring content creators or comedians about the industry?
Yeah, I would say don't let like the doubt get to you, because a lot of times I would measure my success in the views, and that's like not healthy at all, obviously. But a lot, like, just as long as you're improving, which each thing, trying new things, like, don't try and like water down your content and just like, if something popped off, you have to do like another version of that. But like, just don't like, just try, and as long as you're having fun with it and you're improving like every few weeks and stuff and have fun with it, you're eventually gonna, like, hard work pays off.
Right.
Like, it's
just
true.
take some time.
Yeah.
Right.
But yeah, if you're going at it every day, like, eventually something will happen.
Right.
And I don't know, you just got to keep going, and don't let your self discouragement, get to you.
Don't quit, right?
Yeah. Don't.
That's good advice. Now, are you at a point in your career where you get noticed in public?
Yeah, it's so much fun.
Yeah.
It's so it happens so much.
Change?
It first happened, I was working at Starbucks, and I made like a threesome video, and it was like the first time I was like really popping off, and I was working at Starbucks at the time. This was like last year, like February, like almost this time last year. And then none of my coworkers knew that I did TikTok. And then these boys come up, they're like, "Yo, bro, I saw that threesome video." And all my coworkers are like, "What?
Oh my god,
you doing porn?" I'm like, no. It's not like that. It's not like that.
Hey, really trying to make it out here.
But that was the first time I got like recognized, and I thought that was so dope. And now, like, if I go to like a bar in Toronto, it's just like a lot of people will like recognize me.
Yeah, you're big in the city.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's just like, especially like I went to Guelph Hoko, and I learned that it's the environments that people are like drunk that they'll just actually go up to you, because even I've seen people I recognize, but like I'm like, I'm not gonna. But if I'm drunk, I'm gonna go up to them. And I remember Guelph Hoko was like, it's broad daylight and they're drunk, and like I was walking through the crowd, and I met so many people, and it was like. I got home and I was like, all right, let's get to work.
I'm inspired.
Yeah, it was like a lot of
Motivated.
fun. And I remember I met someone at IKEA. They worked there. They got me 25% off. I say like $300. I mean, this is dope. That was like my first monetization, technically. Because before that, I wasn't making money. And I was like,
hey, nothing bad with an IKEA discount.
Right? Oh, it was amazing.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Yeah, I'll take it.
But yeah, it's surprisingly a lot. Like, Oreo, like, it's sometimes like, out in the subway the other day, this dude's just like beaming me, just staring at me.
Yeah.
Okay, is he kidnapping me or is he a fan?
To be determined.
Yeah, and then luckily he liked the videos, and so.
Well, you're here.
What
so.
what about what about getting you attention with the ladies?
Yeah.
Yeah, it does help.
It does.
Okay.
I met one girl that recognized. It's always dudes that recognize me, but
Okay, cool.
I met one girl that did, and we had a good conversation.
You went on a date, didn't you? I know you took her out.
I remember my buddies were like, "Yo, use the followers to like get girls." I'm like, "How? Like, you want me to be like, hey?" And then
do you know who I am?
Yeah. And I remember I tried it once, and it was disgusting. It was
Cringy.
just like, yeah, it was like,
hey, you gotta shoot your shot. You're not gonna see what works.
Maybe not that. 'Cause like I showed her. She's like, "Oh, you're doing that?" I'm like, "I'm sorry, that was weird. We're not gonna. I'm gonna go." But yeah, don't do that part. Don't like. It only works if they know you. But when you try and tell someone who you are, it's just No.
You shouldn't even have to.
Yeah.
No, it's disgusting.
That
Like,
definitely does not work on me.
don't ask like that. Like, don't,
Yeah.
ask in business, but.
Right.
Yeah.
And you're 21 right now, right?
Yeah.
So he's young.
Yeah.
Got lots of time to go.
Yeah.
Only imagine how much your growth will be in a couple of years.
Yeah, I'm excited.
You keep at it.
Yeah. Do you ever do collabs with any other creators, or are you
I haven't yet. I feel like I'm very particular and like picky in terms of how I like want a video to come across or something. Like I'll do like content for like other people's channel, but like I don't know. I'm very particular with like mine. Like, and like when I'm writing, I'm thinking of my face and like my expressions. But that's why it's gonna be hard, because eventually I'm gonna get into like film, like actually making like bigger things with my own scripts. So that's why I'm gonna have to like learn to work with other people in that sense. Like I'll do acting and I'll read people's scripts, but like if it's my script, I just gotta learn.
You gotta get used to letting people in.
And I'm excited to like either make my first short film or something, just be in that audition room
for sure,
and be like next, and I'll just see like I'm excited for that.
Yeah,
it's good that you're visualizing it, because I feel like visualization is a big thing in manifestation and making things happen, right?
Yeah, like my dad's side, he's all about discipline and hard work, and then my mom's like manifestation.
I
so
love that.
It's a good mixture.
Best of both worlds.
Yeah.
Now, what are your thoughts on cancel culture? What do you think? Are you afraid of it?
I want to say I'm afraid of it. I mean, obviously I'm a little afraid of it, but in terms of my fan base, I'm not too worried. Like, obviously I can't say like bad shit,
right?
But like I'm not writing, and I'm like I'm not really doing that. Like I'm pretty much posting everything I'm thinking of.
Right, you're not tiptoeing.
Yeah, and if it's funny, like it's gonna be funny.
That's
like,
right.
It's not, but obviously it's getting out of hand. Like we know that
for sure. Yeah.
But
comedy is subjective. But I mean, at the end of the day, if we censor, what comedians want to say, I mean, what's the whole point of comedy, right?
Yeah, I mean, plus I have my fan base, so they're not gonna cancel me. I mean, they could. like they're not gonna try and like look for something that fucks me up. You know what I mean? Like they're trying to look away from that, if anything. But as long as I have like my guys, like my guys are loyal. Like they're pretty.
Fans are loyal.
Yeah. But. Yeah, no, I'm not really too worried about it, but it's something everyone's gonna have to look out for.
Right. Okay. Do you get any hate comments in your comment section?
Yeah, I get a couple. Like it's usually cancel culture. That's like,
what do they say?
Like I remember I used the word dyke. I don't know if that's bad, but like
so bad.
Yeah, no, but like it got like a lot of impact. I'm like, holy shit! And then I looked it up. I'm like, is this bad? And then, but I've never gotten hate like, this video sucks.
Right.
Like, but the problem with like reading a lot of comments and stuff is that when you see that one bad one, it's like
you just forget about the million good ones.
Yeah.
And it sticks in your head.
Yeah, completely. But no, I don't really get a lot of hate comments. It's pretty much just like cancel culture that. Like I remember I would like the LGBTQ community just would storm me for a lot of videos.
Right.
Like you can't say that. I'm like, I did. And I got
I did. And what about it?
I did, and I'll do it again.
But I mean, yeah, there's a lot of sensitive people, but
yeah,
I mean,
I was just kidding, by the way, guys. You know.
But they just want to hate. I don't know. I don't know what it is, but
yeah.
How would you describe your humor?
Really good. I would.
Really good.
But what do you mean? Like dark, or
I guess like people have different types of humor.
Relatable. I would describe it as that. Yeah.
Okay.
Because all my videos I'm trying to like relate it to like, because I learned that like after like last November, I remember I was doing a lot of just more relatable content, and like because engagement obviously pushes the video, and when someone's like, oh, I'm like, they tag a friend, they're like, remember when? Like then they have a conversation that's
Love
10
that.
comments.
That's
you got
awesome.
10 people doing that. It's 100 comments. Like it just pushes it more. And plus people don't want to have to. This is another tip, but people don't want to have to like consumers don't want to have to figure out what's happening or like do any work. Like they just want to, like they're just sitting there and they want to understand it, and then you just take them on a ride rather than being like, okay, what's you know what I mean? Yeah, like if I don't know, if you do a joke just about like something very specific, people aren't gonna like hang on and try and figure it out and then find the joke. Like,
Right.
but if I'm making one about how podcasters are, everyone knows podcasters.
Right.
And so as long as it's relatable, you already have one foot in with them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
True.
But yeah, that's like a good tip for creators, I would
Okay,
say.
awesome. Well, thank you for that.
Yeah.
Do you feel like your online persona is the same as in person?
I don't know. I don't know yet, because I don't really do like like podcasts, or I've gone live a couple times, but like I don't really know my perception, like people's perspective of me or whatever. Like, but I would say it's the same. I mean, like,
Like, do you think you're funny in person?
oh yeah. If that was the question, that's yeah. But yeah, all my friends would say it's the same thing.
Okay.
But I don't really know. Like, I haven't really met fans and hung out with them, and they're like, oh, you're just like online. So I don't really know. But I would say for me, yeah, it's all me. Like, it's all the same thing.
Would you ever do a meet and greet?
Yeah, eventually. I would want to do it for stand up though. I wouldn't want to just do like a meet and greet. I don't really know what that would mean. Like, I drop a spot, I meet and greet them, and then
again,
like I need to give them some value.
Right.
You know what I mean? But it would be like a stand up show or something.
Cool.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll have you at one of our events.
Yeah.
Exactly. Now, do you have any shows coming up that you want to share? Any exciting projects?
No stand-up shows. I'm still doing that. And yeah, I don't know. I've gotten some acting roles, but those aren't released till like summer, I think.
Yeah, and I'm sure you probably can't really talk about it.
Yeah, I don't know. I also don't really like. I'm not behind the scenes of like the works and stuff, but I don't know. This year, I'm just kind of trying to, cause like last year, I was just kind of getting in the groove, like, you know, actually making a name and stuff.
Right.
But I mean, this year I want to, you know, like make a short film and stuff. I want to do some stand-up shows like later in the summer and actually like meet fans and stuff, because that would just be like a dream right there. Like, that'd be dope. But yeah, I don't know. Nothing to announce right now, but yeah, there's a lot of exciting things gonna be this year.
Amazing. What would you say is next for you in your career? I know you mentioned a little bit about the short films and things like that. Can you tell us about what you have planned?
I mean, I think it's just grinding and just like getting more into the industry, and like I also just meeting a bunch of comics and stuff. Like, honestly, just going to America more, and just because Canada's limited, as we know, there's limited stuff to do. But I would say like actually creating like a structure, a base, like a fan base that like, if TikTok gets banned, like I'm still good.
That's
right.
You
know
what
I mean? Our next question, actually.
Well, we can get into it like that.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's a lot of talk, and like obviously that thing came out where the bill has been like there's a bill that might get passed or whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Like I look it up, and like people just like news stops talking about it. I'm like, hey, what's happening here? And then I meet people. They're like, oh, it's not happening. And then I meet someone else, like, oh, shit's done. And I'm like, well, I don't really get it. So I'm pretty much on the mindset right now that it will, so that I just like can focus on, so I'm more prepared. Because I don't know, it's scary, but a lot of influencers is going to get like Vine, like just lost. And it's kind of unfortunate, but it's also a little bit of a challenge for me and other creators. Like, will you prevail out of it or not? But yeah, I'm pretty much like set for that, because I don't want to hope it's like, or think it's gonna stay, and then it gets taken away, and now I'm like, oh fuck.
Right.
Are you wanting to move to the States? Because I know originally you're from Michigan, right?
Yeah, I'm from Detroit originally.
Okay.
And
so what brings you here versus just developing your skill set on the American side?
Well, my mom remarried, so
yeah.
It was, I didn't have a huge say in it.
Got it.
I was 11, so I was like, but yeah, I 100% gonna move to the States, because I mean, I was in like a small town, and I didn't prefer that, and I was like, okay, let's go to the city. And now I like the city. And then I remember I went to LA last October, and I was like, oh bro, this is dope.
That's the destination.
Especially
for you?
when I was like walking into this place, I was like cold, and I'm like,
the weather
and it's been so ass lately. It's just been like, I wake up and it's dark. I'm like,
yeah.
But yeah, I'm probably gonna go sometime after school. I'm just gonna I have like a year and a half left, so that's a good amount of time for me to.
For sure.
So are you a dual citizen?
I just became dual citizen.
Amazing.
Actually.
Congrats.
Dang.
Okay, awesome. So we're going to play a little game with you. It's called Sip or Spill. We're going to ask you some spicy questions. So
Okay.
Elphi will start you off with a few questions. If you don't know the answer at any time, or if you don't feel comfortable answering,
You gotta take a shot.
take a shot of the mystery
Oh,
liquid.
so if I-
Mystery liquid. If you don't want to answer,
So if I answer, I can't take a shot?
I mean, if you want to.
Yeah,
Okay.
you want to take it for sure.
You want to get
Spicy
loosened up a little bit.
questions.
Okay, so.
Start you off.
Okay, I want you to pick a number between 1 and 30.
Oh,
and
that's
that'll be
spicy.
the question that
Oh,
I
okay.
ask you. Okay? Go ahead.
17. Just 30 questions? Damn.
17. Okay, so do you think
Mm-hmm.
female comedians are funny?
I didn't even answer yet. Well,
That's the point.
that's
I'm
a
joking.
broad question. I mean, I just discovered John Mulaney's sister, and she's really funny.
What's her name?
Something Mulani.
She wasn't that funny.
No. You don't even know my name.
joking.
And I'm on your
I'm just
podcast. No, but I mean, the majority of obviously any female can be a comedian, but the majority of
Yeah.
I've seen, no, they haven't been funny to me.
Right.
Amy Schumer, I don't really get it. I don't
Yeah.
really get I mean, she's getting all these specials and stuff. Good for her, but I don't know. I'm not really a fan of her. But yeah, I've seen tons of female comedians, but I would say majority, they don't come across as funny as
Right.
to me at least.
You know, as a female, I'm gonna have to agree. A lot of the times they're talking about like pussy or
Yeah,
dick.
I don't want to
like
hear
it's
all
you
that.
know, it's just to me, it's not funny. There's no substance. Oh my god.
I don't know, because it's funny when a male comedian is degrading to their self, it's kind of funny, but when a girl is to their self, it's like, oh, yeah. I'm like, come on, you can,
Yeah. All right. Pick another number, Tommy.
11,
11. Okay. What is your relationship status?
single, out there, prowling.
Ladies,
No.
slide into his DMs right now.
But yeah, that's it. Just single.
But you're not looking for a relationship or anything. You're 21.
No, I'm
you're
not.
Young.
I
You
was
got
thinking about
time.
that. I was like, I kind of want a girlfriend, but I was like, it's like I feel like it would. I got a bunch of friends that have girlfriends, and they're like, fuck, bro, this is tight. Like they gotta spend a lot of money and
Well, with the wrong person, it's never easy. But
Yeah,
No, you
also-
gotta spend money regardless. What you mean?
oh, I don't treat myself like. but yeah, I don't know. I don't want to. Yeah, I don't want to do anything right now because
Yeah.
right now it's like I'm at a point where like I got
Right.
a lot. Like even school's kicking my ass. I'm like, what
Right.
is this? This is. But yeah, I don't know. There's a lot to focus on right now. So
right.
Okay,
Would
cool.
you, just to add to that one, do you think having a girlfriend right now would hurt your career or would it make it better?
I don't know. I feel like there'd be a lot of inspiration there,
Right.
and like it obviously you're more happy and stuff a lot. But I don't. I feel like it would take a lot of my time away.
True.
Like
yeah.
I mean, it would.
It is a focus.
It
for
would
sure.
100%. I mean, like you gotta give a lot of attention. And
Yeah,
like right
100%.
now I spend all my attention on myself. So anything taken away from that's kind of I'm not really progressing.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I hear
makes
you.
sense.
Okay, pick another number.
What is this?
Take a shot and
I
find
don't
out.
know. Take it.
It's tequila.
Wow, you didn't even flinch.
Good for
Woo,
you.
He does this. But you know what? He's in that time of his life where partying.
Yeah.
So we underestimated.
No,
him.
I'm a
strong.
bitch for shots. That was very small. So that was good.
Pick a number.
Two.
Two. What was the last thing you Googled? You have to think about it.
Well, obviously, I don't know. I don't know what
How
I'm.
could something spicy?
Oh. It's just a song by J. Cole. But the second thing was
What's the song?
KOD. I want to.
Okay.
The album. I want to see the reviews because I didn't like it, and I was like, "What is up with this?" The second thing though was Too Way.
Oh!
That's
That's.
this address, by the way.
Oh my gosh. Oh, I got a couple crazy people after me. I'm joking.
No one's coming to
I'm
the
just kidding. I'm
games
just
room.
kidding. Dang, he's giving out more details.
I'm dead.
Okay, it's okay. Magda, you're next.
Okay, pick another number.
5.
Ooh, good question.
What is this?
You gotta take a sip to find out.
All right, just ask me the question.
Okay, who is someone you would never collab with?
Oh, what do you do?
Take the shot.
Take the shot.
Well, there's a lot of people. Like, I haven't collabed with anyone, so the answer is everyone right
But
now.
is that, do you find anyone annoying in the industry space?
But I don't want to.
All right, take the shot.
They're not even.
What was that?
Vodka.
Wow, how do you know this?
It's pretty easy. Like, I think everyone could. That tequila was very obvious. But yeah, I do. You probably know them, honestly.
Okay. I mean, I like
yeah,
the tea.
I'm not gonna.
We're not gonna go by first name. You can tell me later, though.
Okay, pick another number.
18.
Okay, what comedy content creator do you not find funny?
That's the same thing.
Okay, hold on.
Because
Okay,
it's the
pick
same.
another number.
Oh, I mean, I gotta think of someone like big that won't.
You offended?
Yeah, like not like someone that's like down the street from me. You know, I can't do that.
That might pull up on you.
Like, I don't really know, cause like I don't find a lot of people that like a lot of people have a lot of followers, but you know. There's this one guy.
Oh my god.
Oh, I'm just gonna butcher this. He goes up to people and goes like, "Me moo moo moo." I don't know if you've ever heard about that.
No, I actually don't even pay attention to TikTok.
He's got like 20 mil. He
What?
sucks. I hate it.
That's fucked.
I want to show you him after because like that sounded pretty weird doing that.
Yeah.
But if you knew who I'm talking about, you'd understand. But
Okay, well now I have to look this up.
yeah.
Okay, pick another number.
Okay.
We have 3 more questions.
10.
Ooh. Have you ever had an OnlyFans subscription?
Don't
No,
lie.
it's on Reddit.
He's like, why am I paying?
I'm not paying.
But Reddit takes it away. So you go on Twitter.
He's got the inside scoop.
Oh my gosh, he's done this before, guys. He knows what he's doing.
Sorry, we're exposing the truth.
Amazing. Oh, too good.
I mean, to follow up on that, do you think people on OnlyFans are making money in Canada?
In Canada, aren't they all making money?
I would hope so. I would really
I think
hope
every
so.
industry, you have the top 1% that make, the big bucks, and then you have a lot of people.
Yeah, I don't really know what people like. If you're kind of like a nobody, or you
Right.
don't, not a nobody, but you haven't made a name for yourself.
Gotta be
Like,
marketable.
yeah, like how are you marketing yourself?
I guess OnlyFans has transitioned to so many different people. I know people who have businesses and they have an OnlyFans to show people like insider tips.
Well,
and tricks.
it's like a Patreon, right?
Yeah.
Because you can't post tits on Patreon, so you kind of got it. But why are people doing business on OnlyFans? It's so.
And those are the things I don't think they
I
make
think
money.
that's smart though.
I don't think they make as much as the
No,
girls.
But
that are
it's so
selling
like
you
the-
guys-
what kind of business?
I'll give you an example. There's a lady that I follow. Her Instagram is the Hood Healer. And
The what?
The Hood Healer. So
What is that?
she talks about
heals
like
the hood.
no, she talks about
To sell heels in the hood?
she's very woke and she talks about what's happening in the world. She like does readings and all these things, and she has an OnlyFans and people pay every month to get clarity on certain things, and that's just that's one example.
Yeah, I know what you mean. So yeah, I've seen that before too. Of
And
people-
she's
it's
a
just-
millionaire.
It's just it's
But
just
from OnlyFans?
exclusive content,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, but
Exclusive content, yeah.
I know Instagram's turning that into the same concept now.
they have that right now.
in the
They
States,
have,
but not in Canada.
They don't. Oh, well, I'm like I see it in the. Maybe I don't have the option. I don't know if I do, but I see a lot of like people like friends from like TikTok that are like they'll post like behind the scenes and stuff, but I don't really have like. I don't really want to do that. I don't want to put a paywall towards anything unless I like one day start a podcast and like do all that. But it's just the monthly income is what everyone goes crazy over.
Yeah,
it's
for
just
sure.
it's stability. So
100%.
4.
4. Okay. One last question for you.
Oh, I see.
Have you ever ghosted someone?
Yeah. What?
Oh my god.
What do you? Oh, like what does that mean? Like
A
Obama?
girl.
Like
Oh yeah. I mean, you have to.
dang,
right?
you don't give them a heads up?
Oh, okay. I'm gonna ghost you later. You can't do that.
What makes you ghost somebody? Like, what does the girl?
Regret, I think.
Ooh.
Well, it's not like someone I'm close with. It's like
Yeah.
it's someone I meet.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't owe anyone anything at the end of the day.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, just an Uber home maybe, but no, but yeah, I don't know. Like I ghost a lot of dudes, like
Right.
because like a lot of people are just annoying.
Right.
And you kind of have to, but yeah, I won't O-bomb ever. I'll just leave them undelivered for a few months.
Okay.
So
well,
a lot softer. I'm really bad with texting though. Like even my family knows. Like I'll like respond in my head. I'm like, yeah, and then I'll just forget to respond.
Okay, so where can listeners and people who are watching find you online?
They can find me on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, Twitter.
What's your at?
Tommy_Schoenith, SCHOENITH.
Would never know how to spell
Yeah, I
that.
know. It's so like I feel like I need like a name, like a stage name, because like it's hard to remember that first of all. And if you tell people, like if you're getting off stage, like and you're like Tommy Schoenith, follow me, they're like what? Like they don't really know where to go. So I feel like I need like a
stage name.
Yeah.
Like Big T.
No.
What about that?
No.
That's
Yeah, I'm gonna just keep Schoenith.
For now. Okay, awesome.
I tried. Well, anyways, Tommy, thank you so much for being on the podcast. We had so much fun with you.
Thank you.
Is there anything, one last thing you want to tell our listeners and our viewers before we close off on this podcast?
No.
Okay,
That was thank you guys. Thank you.
It's Magda and Elphi with Meet You at the Top podcast. We'll see you there.
Meet you at the top, yeah. Magda and Elphi on lock, yeah. And they ain't never gonna stop, yeah. Said they gon' meet you at the top.